Welcome to day 7. Thank you for joining this little journey. We will do another one at some point, or you can rewatch them all. We'll find a bit of a mixed flow today, some slow, some stretchy, some whatever you need it to be. Let's start somewhere seated. Maybe take a wriggle of your shoulders as you come in towards your seat. You can have your eyes closed or you can have your eyes open. Perhaps dropping into your practice, finding your breath. Noticing how your breath is. Looking to build that slow, steady rhythm of your breath here. So inhales and exhales, nice and slow, nice and steady. Maybe the mouth closed down, breathing fully through your nose. And as you breathe through the nose here, letting your left ear drop down towards the left shoulder. You can add a little bit more stretchiness by taking your left hand up and over, finding the right ear here. If your hand did go up and over, let the hand land back down, let the head lift, give your shoulders a wriggle, and we'll find the other side, taking right ear towards right shoulder. You could stay here or take your right hand up and over, a gentle bit of pressure to the side of the head. And then again, releasing the hand back down. Let's take a roll through those shoulders. Let your hands come down either side of the hips. On the inhale, hands reach towards the sky. Exhale to bring the palms together, landing the hands down at the heart. And we're going to reverse that here. So the inhale, reaching hands up, arms out wide, hands come down either side of the hips. One more time. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Palms come together, hands land down at the heart, and then again reversing. Palms together as they reach to sky, drawing out wide, hands come down either side of the pelvis. And as the hands land, think about tall, long spine here. Let the chin tuck down slightly. Breath in and breath out. From here, take your right hand out and down. Take the left hand up and over. You can stay here or you can take a few circles with that top wrist. Maybe you look down towards the ground where your right hand is. And then can you gently find the other side? So the left hand comes down towards the ground, the right hand reaches up and over. Again, taking some circles around with the top hand. Doesn't have to be big circles. Breath in and out. Let's take both hands up towards the sky here. And maybe you look up towards the sky as well. From here, folding forwards and down. Let the hands come down towards the ground here. You can let your chin tuck and the spine round as much as you want to. And from this shape, we're going to meet in our tabletop. So either lift and unravel the legs, or you can roll over the knees here. Coming around onto your hands and onto your knees. And that movement that we've taken quite a lot this week are cat-cows. So at the inhale, drop the belly down, looking forwards, finding your cow pose. On the exhale, rounding through the back body, chin and tailbone tuck. Inhaling to find your cow pose, looking forwards. Exhale to find your cat. Inhaling to find your cow pose, belly drops as you look forwards. Exhale to find your cat. From here, can you drop the hips back towards the heels? Walk the hands back towards the knees. And we're going to take a movement that we started to look at actually in one of the other practices this week. But we're going to expand into that a little bit more today. So the hands start by being on the chest here. And on the inhale, we're drawing the elbows out wide. We're thinking about pushing the chest slightly forwards, lifting the chin towards the sky. And on the exhale, we're dropping the hands down and tucking the chin. We're going to add a hip lift in here as well. So as you lift, let the hips lift, let the heart draw up, hips forwards, and the exhale, dropping back down. Let's take that 3 more times. So the inhale, lift and open. The exhale, drawing back in. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, drawing back in. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, drawing back in. And then as you lift, can you hold here? Let the hands come down to your hips, taking your left foot and stepping your left foot forwards. Take a moment to pad your knee if you want to pad your knee here. And the left foot wants to be a little bit shuffled forward, so maybe more forwards than you might normally have it here. We're going to add in something similar with the arms, but starting this time with the elbows out wide in this cactus arm shape. So when we're in our lunge, the elbows are out wide. If you start to lengthen through your leg and lift the toes, can you bring your elbows and your palms together, almost like you're taking your elbow down towards your knee? And then inhale, elbows draw out wide, hips push slightly forwards, knee forwards. The exhale, lengthening through your front leg, palms and elbows towards each other. Twice more. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, half splits, palms and elbows towards each other. One more time. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, half splits. And then can we come back? Hands out wide. Stepping our left foot back and taking our right foot forwards. Doesn't matter if you didn't do that in one big kind of swoop. Draw the elbows out wide. Shuffle your right foot a little bit further forwards. And again, we'll do the same. So the exhale, elbows and palms towards each other, lengthening through your front leg, elbow drop down towards the knees. Inhale, opening through the chest. Exhale, half splits, palms and elbows towards each other. Inhale, opening into that shape. Exhale, half splits, elbows and palms towards each other. Inhale, opening to that space. One more time. Exhaling, half splits. Inhaling forwards, bringing our hands down to our hips. And again, stepping our right knee back into that space. Let your hips drop back down. Let the hands go all the way forwards, finding your downward facing dog. So the toes tuck here. And just take a moment to pedal out through the feet again. A bend of one knee, a bend of the opposite knee. Maybe it's more wriggly. Find what you need here, and then I'll give us a bit more focus. So in your downward facing dog, we'll take some heel rises. On the inhale, lifting the heels as high as they want to go. And on the exhale, dropping the heels, let the knees bend. Heels do not have to touch, but it's this idea of raising the heels on the inhale and dropping the heels on the exhale. So raising the heels on the inhale, dropping the heels, bending the knees on the exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. From here, looking forwards, can you walk your feet up towards your hands until you find your forward fold? You could either take hold of opposite elbow here or let the hands dangle down towards the ground. Maybe there's a gentle sway left and a gentle sway right. You could give everything a bit of a shimmy and a shake out here. And then let your hands drop down towards the ground, slowly rolling all the way up to standing. Let's take the hands up towards the sky. Exhale to bring the palms down to your heart. Similar thing here. Can we draw the elbows out wide? Think about pushing the hips slightly forward, so squeeze of the glute, lifting the chest up towards the sky. Breath in and breath out. And then can we find our forward fold? Let the hands come down towards the ground. Inhale to lift halfway, hands find shins on knees. Exhale to take the hands towards the ground, stepping your right foot back here, finding high lunge. When you're high lunge, your feet might want to be a bit wider in this train track position here. Let the hands reach up towards the sky. Can we reach our torso and our hands forwards, and then see how it feels to lengthen through your front leg, reach the hands back behind. On the inhale, bend that front knee, lift the hands up towards the sky. On the exhale, lengthening through your front leg, reaching the hands behind. One more time. Inhale forwards with the hands, lifting hands to sky, bending through both knees. On the exhale, reaching the hands behind, lengthening through both legs and holding here. You can absolutely have your hands on your hips or reaching behind. Back heel is lifted, front heel is grounded. And then can we step to forward fold. Let's take the hands behind us. Let the hands lift towards the sky. And then slowly bring the hands back down. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rising to the sky. Bring the palms together, landing the hands at the heart. Same thing. Inhale, hands reach to sky. Exhale, folding forwards and down. Inhale, lifting halfway. Exhale, folding down, stepping your opposite foot back. So for me, that's my left high lunge. Take your feet wide on those train tracks, bending through the knees, hands rise towards the sky. And then again, can you start by reaching forwards, lengthening your front leg to reach the hands behind. Back leg might lengthen too. And then bending both knees, sweeping the hands forwards into the sky. Reaching the hands behind, lengthening through front leg. Twice more, bending through both knees, reaching to sky. Lengthening through the legs, reaching behind. One more time, hands reach to the sky, high lunge. And then as you reach the hands behind, lengthening through both legs, the torso reaches slightly forwards. You can find your hips, back heel is lifted. From here, can you step forwards, reach your hands behind you, reach that torso out, and then let your torso slowly drop down towards the ground. Let the head hang heavy here. Maybe there's that gentle sway around side to side again. And then can you step your feet back or walk your feet back to your downward facing dog? From your downward facing dog, let your knees land, coming back to that kneeling position. Let your hands land onto the thighs. Let your breath steady in and out. And then from here, can you lift your hips? So we're stacking our hips over our knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked, really up to you. Let your hands again find your lower back. And we did this earlier in the week. Think about pushing your pelvis forwards, squeezing your shoulder blades together. So we're finding that squeeze first and then lifting the chest up. Chin can stay tucked or you can lift the chin towards the sky. Use your hands as support here for that lower spine or lumbar spine. Breath in and out. And then as you start to tuck the chin, drop the hips, take the legs to one side, and we're going to swivel those legs all the way forwards here. We're going to come down onto the back body today. So you'll see a little shuffle forwards onto your mat. If you're already forwards onto your mat, does not matter. Let your knees come up, your feet land, and simply slide yourself down onto your back body here. Knees stay into sky, soles of the feet land. Let your hands just find the front of your pelvis for a moment here. We're going to find our bridge pose. We're going to take that bridge pose twice. So have your heels fairly close towards your glutes, the feet the width of your hips, the knees the width of your hips. So there might be a little bit of space between your knees. Palms land either side of the pelvis. Tuck the tailbone, squeeze the glutes. And then as if you are peeling up from the lower part of your spine, up, think about sending your knees away from you. So we're trying to get long across this space, across the front of the hip flexors. And then to roll down, start at the very top of your spine, rolling down through your mid-back, a bit of curve, and then the back of your pelvis land. On the second time, we're going to hold a bit longer. So tuck the tailbone, push into your hands, lift up here, squeezing the glutes. If you want more, you can come onto the tips of your toes, or you can take your hands up and overhead. Keep pushing the knees away from you. Keep squeezing the glutes. And then hands might stay overhead if they're there. Let yourself roll back down. And as you land the back of your pelvis, let the knees go for this big old sway side to side. So, of course, it can be small sways, or let the knees just go as wide as they want to go here. This windscreen wiper movement left, right. And then from here, hugging your knees into your chest, give yourself a good old squeeze. Breath in and out. Maybe you take your knees for a rock side to side if you want it to be happy baby. Let it be happy baby. And then from here, landing in a shavasana of your choice. So that can be legs stretched out long, arms alongside the body. If you want your knees to sky, of course, let your knees go to the sky. Give yourself a moment to be in your shavasana. I'm just moving towards my seat, but you might stay where you are. So if you can let the back of your head land on your mat here. The back of your pelvis land. The back of your heels or the soles of your feet land. Breath in and out. And give yourself a couple of minutes here in this rest. You might stay exactly where you are, or gently find your way to a seat, and there is no rush to do that. If you're staying where you are, simply staying on your back. If you're finding your seat, take any of those wriggles, any of those stretches that you need, and slowly finding your way to your seat. Whether you're seated or whether you're lying down, let your hands land somewhere. You can close eyes or keep them open. Taking a moment to thank yourself again for these 7 days of practice. And really big thank you from me for joining. We'll take a moment just to close practice. You could bring your hands to your torso or your palms together at the heart. And taking a gentle nod or a bow. We will close there for today.